take a minute to talk about video gear, camera gear, vlogging gear that you bring to the Disney parks with you, because I am super excited to talk about it, and I'm really excited to make this video. I have a whole bunch of stuff ready to get packed into my bag, my camera bag, before we leave for our road trip to Disney in a couple of days. And I thought that I'd come on and do a quick video and show you the stuff that I use, the stuff that I bring. Most of this stuff that I'm gonna show is stuff that I carry with me every time I go out, whether I use it or not. It's always nice to have, rather than wish I had it and not have it. I mean, I just can toss it in the camera bag and it comes with me, and if I use it, great, and if I don't, that's okay too. So to start, I want to share my absolute favorite camera bag. I've been through a few of them. The three that I'm using right now are the Brevity Jumper photo bag, which is amazing. I love it. It's just a little too small on my large frame, so I feel like it looks a little weird, but I do use it pretty often. The other one I use is the Wandered Provoke, the 31 liter, which is a fantastic travel camera bag. It can fit absolutely all of my photo, video gear, a tripod, clothes, laptops, tablets, literally everything that I could possibly want for probably a week-long trip would fit into that bag. And then there's this third one that I have been using non-stop. I can't stop using this bag. It's my favorite bag. So one of the most important things when you go to Disney, when you have a bag of any kind, is ease of access, for two reasons. One, you want to be able to easily grab anything that you need when you're in the park, surrounded by people. You don't want to have to put the bag down and unpack it to find what you're looking for, so this covers that base. The other thing is, I always get popped at security to go get my bag checked. So I've experimented with bringing less, just bringing a couple things, like one backup battery, one camera, maybe a small tripod. And no matter what I bring, when I walk through security, I always have to go get my bag checked. So you know what? I've given up. I'm gonna pack it all. But when you're going through security and you're going through the bag check, I feel like the most important thing is to easily get in here and show security what's in here without having to unpack everything. This bag is amazing, and it definitely covers that base. So one of my favorite things about this is the side zippers. So these zippers fold down, and then you can easily grab anything that's in here. These have these cool inserts that you can pop down for more storage or less storage depending on what you want. They're also Velcro, so you can move them around. And one of my favorite things is they do it from both sides. So if you have something here on this side, you can easily get at it from this side, or you can use these inserts to block it off and not make it accessible on both sides, which allows you to put gear on each side. And this top compartment, totally easy to toss a bunch of snacks in. So when you're going through security and the security guard asks you to open up your bag, you just real quick zipper it, show it, then you can quickly unlatch the top, show what's in the top, and you're good to go. I've had a bunch of different bags that I've used that have 5, 6 zippers that are always a little harder than I like to get into. This bag, this is gonna be the first time that I use this bag, and I'm incredibly excited about it. This bag is the Peak Design Everyday Backpack. This is the 21 liter. There's a 21 and a 31 liter. This is smaller, but I don't have all that many lenses to bring. I bring 2 lenses with me wherever I go, and this absolutely fits everything that I need. So that's the camera bag that I'm bringing. I do have a bunch of cameras, and small cameras, large cameras, the camera that I'm shooting on right now. The first one that I'm gonna pull out is, I'm bringing a GoPro. This is the Hero 9. I love the GoPro for absolutely everything that I'm doing that's B-roll. I set it down, I let it take a bunch of time lapses, I'll maybe carry it through the park and do a hyperlapse. All of it is really cool. I've shot on this most of the B-roll that I use in every single video. I wouldn't go to Disney without it. It's incredibly useful. I love that it has the front-facing screen as well as the back screen. The settings are fantastic. You can get 4K, you can do 60 frames a second, so you can get that slow, crispy B-roll. It's fantastic. I'm also bringing another action camera with me that I reviewed recently and I did a test vlog with. This is the Insta360. It's good, it's nice, but some of the limitations that it has, such as onboard storage, battery life, the fact that it doesn't have a camera that I can look at to frame shots without using a mobile app. I don't love it. There are things that are unbelievable about it, such as it takes video in 16:9, but also 9:16, so you can choose later which resolution you want. So if you're doing a YouTube video, you can put it up on YouTube in 16:9, or if you wanted to add an Instagram story or a reel or a talk tick or something like that, you can make it 16:9, which is the portrait mode with the same shot that you had in the 16:9. So there's a lot of really cool things about this. It also is really neat that it has a built-in kickstand so that you can lay it down and just let it do its thing. But I found that the video quality isn't great when you don't have amazing lighting. I also find that the shakiness from the video, if you don't have it set to Pro mode, isn't great. And then when you do have it set to Pro mode, it gives it image stabilization, but it also doubles or triples the video storage that it takes up, so the onboard storage gets used up pretty quickly. So I'd say you could confidently get maybe 15 to 20 minutes of video on this, whereas with the GoPro, I have a 128 gig card in here and a couple of backup batteries. I mean, that can go for hours. So the other thing that I'm bringing is my old trusty Canon G7X. Now, do you hear that? So I recently broke this. On our last Disney trip, I dumped this into the sand at Caribbean Beach Resort, and it never quite worked again. It made loud noises, and the lens wouldn't retract all the way, or it wouldn't come out, and the shutters wouldn't open. So I sent it out to get fixed. I got it back a couple of weeks ago, and I have since broken it again. I am still bringing it. It still works okay. I'll just have to eventually get it fixed. The only issue that I have with the G7X cameras, they're amazing. They're little point and shoot cameras. The quality is amazing. The color, the Canon color is unbelievable right out of the camera. And with a little tweaking, you can get some great shots. It also takes amazing photos, which are fantastic. It can do time lapses. I love this camera. The only thing I don't love is the focus on it. I always have trouble focusing the camera. It's always, especially when I'm pointing at myself like this, it is always, without fail, focused behind me. And if I'm not paying attention to it, you have a blurry shot. Whereas the camera that I'm shooting on now has amazing autofocus. And if you have something right in front of it, it almost immediately focuses on what's in front. And then when you move it away, it doesn't take long to focus on the back. That's something that I've never been able to get out of the G7X, so I'm trying to use the Eos R more because I love that. All right, so I know that you're not allowed to do this at Disney, but I'm still bringing it on our trip to get some shots of maybe other things, maybe downtown, maybe somewhere around our Airbnb, some of the cool things that you can do there. I'm bringing my DJI Mini 2. This drone is unbelievable. It doesn't have the requirements from the FAA because of its size that you have to have a license to fly it. It's really easy and intuitive to use. The image quality out of it, it's not as good as some of the more expensive drones, but the image quality on this is fantastic. You can get 4K shots. They just updated the firmware so that you can get 60 frames a second. I think at 2.7K, but it might be 1080p. Can't remember. But still, 60 frames a second, slow-mo. However, you're not allowed to fly this at Disney, on property, on the resorts, at any of the theme parks around Florida. I'm gonna be flying it other places and using it for other purposes, but it's going in my camera bag and I'm bringing it with me. So I'm also bringing this tripod, which is my absolute favorite small tripod. It's the Manfrotto. I think this is the Pixie 1, but I might be wrong. It's just a very basic tripod that is incredibly tiny, and it's got a little ball head on top. There is a newer version called the Pixie 2, I think, that has an adjustable ball head that also can go off to the side so you can take vertical video. So I am upgrading to that. I haven't done it yet. I actually meant to do that before our upcoming trip, but completely forgot. I should have done it. The other tripod that I'm bringing, this will not come to the parks with me, but I will use it for anything else that I can think of, up to and including at the resorts we're going to, because we're doing, of course, resort tours to go drink at the lounges, which is amazing. This is a Neewer Tripod. I think it's a 61-inch, somewhere around there. It was incredibly inexpensive. I think I paid like $40 or $50 for this. I've been using it a lot, and I love it. It's compact, it seems sturdy, the legs kick out really easily. It too has a ball head on top, and it also has the ability for vertical video built into it when you buy it, so you don't have to buy any extra attachments. So I love that. So the last camera that I'm bringing is this one, and I'll show it to you right now. This is the Eos R. Everything about this is amazing. I love having a mirrorless camera to take. When I bought this, I was expecting to use it more for video, for vlogs, but this is actually my favorite camera to just toss in my bag and shoot pictures. It does an amazing job. It is definitely coming in my bag. So on this camera, this is the 24-105 kit lens. It's an RF mount for the Canon EOS R. This is a great lens for a kit lens. I'm also gonna bring a nifty 50, a 50mm 1.8. When you get that blurry background with the f1.8, it just makes a photo pop. It makes it look amazing. So this is this camera. Also on the top of this camera, it has the Movo mic that I bought. I think this was $30-ish when I bought it. So far, this mic has been pretty awesome. It does a great job. I think the sound quality is fantastic. Maybe comparable to one of the $200 Rode mics. I would go with this as a more cost-effective option, but I love this camera. Okay, so that's the camera gear I'm bringing. I know that to many people that seems excessive. I love playing around with all of it. I like to have my G7X to take A-roll and my GoPro to take B-roll and this Insta360 to take whatever extra shots or to get Amanda involved in taking some shots. The only thing that I intend to do out of this trip is to make the memories, and one of my favorite things that we've done over the years is film our Disney trips. We put them up on YouTube, and often throughout the year we'll go back and watch them. You know, we'll go back and watch videos from when the kids were younger, and it's so fantastic to have those memories, and the more ways that I have to capture them, the better off it is. In addition to all of those cameras, I've also got batteries for the EOS R, for the GoPro. I got a couple of batteries for that. I've got backup batteries for the G7X. I've got a cell phone charging battery. All of those things are going into my camera bag, and they all fit comfortably, and I'll have enough room left to put jerky, goldfish, maybe a sweatshirt. I think it's pretty warm down there right now, and then the last thing that's going in my bag is this, which is my new Haunted Mansion Magic Band. I love this. I've been looking for a cool Haunted Mansion Magic Band. I don't know if this came out recently. I think this just came out in the last couple of months and I ordered it, but I love this. And this is my Magic Band that I'll be bringing. I also have a few others, but that's the one I'm excited about, and that's the one I'm gonna attach to my bag. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I love talking about gear. I love sharing the gear that I use, and I would definitely love to hear about anything that you guys use that I haven't thought of or missed, because I love checking out gear that helps you tell the story. So I will see you next time. By the next video, I feel like it's gonna be a road trip video, so we'll see you then.